You ever feel like life is just happening to you? Like you wake up, go through the motions, and before you know it, boom, another year has gone by, and you're still stuck in the same spot. Well, guess what? Most people are drifting. They're floating through life like a paper boat in a river, going wherever the current takes them. No direction, no control, just existing. But here's the truth. Life doesn't owe you direction. You have to take the wheel yourself. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why people drift and how you can break free, regain control, and build a life that excites you. And trust me, if I could do it, after all the setbacks I faced, you can too. Let's dive in. Why do most people drift? The invisible chains. Comfort and routine. You know what's more dangerous than failure? Comfort. People get stuck in routines that feel safe, even when they're slowly killing their potential. Like Mark Twain said, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. But most never start. They wait for the right time, for a sign, for permission. Spoiler alert, no one is coming to save you. Fear of change and uncertainty. Imagine you're on a sinking ship, but instead of jumping onto a life raft, you just stay put because, well, what if the life raft has a hole in it too? That's how fear keeps people trapped. They'd rather stay in a sinking situation than risk the unknown. We live in a world designed to distract you. Social media, news, endless scrolling. Every minute spent mindlessly consuming is a minute stolen from your dreams. As Cal Newport puts it in Slow Productivity, shallow work keeps you busy. Deep work moves you forward. If you struggle with the distractions, this book is a game changer for regaining your focus. Imagine this. You're swimming in the ocean, enjoying the waves, when suddenly you realize you've drifted too far from shore. The land is barely visible. Panic sets in. You try to swim back, but the current is pulling you further away. Every stroke gets harder, every breath more desperate. You scream, but no one hears you. This is it. This is how it ends. That's exactly how life feels when you're drifting, until you get a wake-up call. For me, that moment came when my life felt like it was spiraling out of control. I was stuck in a cycle of procrastination, telling myself I'd get serious about my life someday. But someday never comes unless you make it come. That near-death moment in the ocean made me realize, if I don't fight for control, I'll drown. That was the moment I decided, enough is enough. How to regain control. Step 1. Create a plan. The habits we rely on in our lives are not easy to change. Without a plan to shift our thoughts or behaviors, we're likely to stay stuck. By setting clear goals, you create a path to move from where you are to where you want to be. Will it be perfect? No. Will you still face setbacks? Yes. But with a plan, you'll have clarity and confidence. One of the best tools for this is the Clever Fox Planner PRO, a powerful tool to map out your goals, increase productivity, and track your progress. If you're serious about getting your life together, I highly recommend using a structured planner like this. Step 2. Define your destination, or clarity. If you don't know where you're going, anywhere will feel like progress. Write down your vision. What does your ideal life look like? This isn't just feel-good fluff. Studies show that people with written goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. Step 3. Cut the dead weight, or eliminate distractions. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get distracted by things like social media, smartphones, and emails. These distractions often keep us busy, but not in a productive way, and we use them to avoid taking action on important tasks. If it's not helping you grow, it's holding you back. That toxic relationship, that Netflix binge, that endless scrolling, it's time to trim the fat. As John R. Miles says in Passion Struck, intentional living is about alignment. Every action should move you closer to your purpose. Identify your distractions and create a plan to stay focused on your priorities. For instance, limit the times you check emails and social media, or silence your phone to reduce interruptions. Step 4. Small, consistent steps, also known as slow productivity. You don't need to, flip your life upside down overnight. Just commit to one small action daily. Tiny actions, done consistently, lead to massive results over time. Think about how water carves through rock, not with force, but with persistence. Indecision is one of the worst things we can face. Fear causes us to hesitate, so it's important to get clear on your goal and take positive action. Without action, nothing will change. To start making progress, you need to embody the person you want to become. This starts by removing negative actions and replacing them with positive ones, beginning with your thoughts. Step 5. Build accountability. If you're not drifting, you've intentionally surrounded yourself with people who support your goals. It's important to share common values and goals with those around you. If not, you might need to change your environment. A negative environment keeps negative thoughts and actions going. So distancing yourself from negative people may be necessary. You should also seek positive individuals who will encourage your progress. Many people hire a coach or mentor to help with this. A good coach reinforces positive changes and helps you stay on track, even if your old environment tries to pull you back. Hiring a coach can be easier and more effective than dealing with negative people directly. Your environment shapes your success. Join a community of like-minded people, set up accountability systems, and check in on your progress regularly. Step 6. Face your fears head-on. To begin thinking for yourself, you must let go of fear. Fear of failure will steer you off course. Your subconscious mind follows your strongest thoughts. And if those thoughts are filled with fear, you'll end up creating your own failure through actions that lead to it. Fear only brings inaction, and inaction just creates more fear. You need to clearly define your goal and focus on positive thoughts about how you'll achieve it. Fear will always be there. But here's the thing. Fear never really goes away. You just learn to act despite it. The secret? Break big fears into small, manageable steps. Want to start a business? Don't think about the $1 million empire yet. Just create a plan. Want to get in shape? Start with a 10-minute walk today. For many people, it takes a significant event, often a negative one accompanied by pain and regret, to break out of the drift. It could be a serious diagnosis from your doctor that wakes you up to how you've been drifting in your health, or perhaps being passed over for an expected promotion at work alerts you to the fact that you've been drifting in your career. Whatever the case, events like these have a way of waking us up to what's really going on in our lives and how we may not have been living the way we intended. Your future self is watching you right now, hoping you make the right choice. Every moment you stay stuck, you're stealing from the life you could have. But if you start today, your future self will thank you for it. No more waiting. No more drifting. It's time to take control. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Peter Drucker. None of us wants to be just average. We all dream of achieving more, and most of us have probably felt the pain and regret from drifting in the parts of our lives that matter most. But trust me, things can change. You can make a difference. It all begins with investing just one day. That's all it takes to go through the life planning process. Spend one day and you'll walk away with a life plan that will start making a real difference in your leadership and life. Drop a comment below. What's one action you're committing to today? Writing it down makes you 3 times more likely to follow through. Find an accountability partner. Tag a friend in the comments and challenge them to take action with you. Join the challenge. For the next 7 days, commit to a daily habit that moves you forward. Drop your progress in the comments each day. Subscribe and hit the bell if you're serious about building a life of intention. We're in this together. Now go. Make your future self proud.